All right, welcome to Live Music Showcase. I'm your host, Ken Apperson. We are here in studio today with Eric Swanson. How you doing, man?
Great. Thanks for having us.
I couldn't be happier to have you, man. I mean, getting to listen to you guys do sound check, it's going to be a great show.
Absolutely.
What's your first song called?
We're going to do a song called Daydream that was off the Horizons EP, and we also did it at Sugar Shack as well.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about the Sugar Shack sessions, definitely.
Awesome.
All right, take it away.
Got it. This song's called Daydream. You know, we all daydream and look back on where we were and kind of wish we were there, but in actuality, we're in pretty good places and exactly where we're meant to be. So this song's not being sorry about where we are now. I've got this picture on my shelf for you. We were young, probably 22. Didn't care, had nowhere to be. Never prayed away to the clouds. Those days down at Castle Rock. These days I pray so hard. Holes in my jeans. And then I wonder where all the time goes. Is it in the sunshine or the wind it blows? I hope wherever you are, you're doing good. 'Cause of these photographs, they remind me when I get lost, Lord, they come and find me. Like a candle in the window, gon' help me find my way home. I daydream about those days, can't lie, pray for change. I'm not sorry, I am in a better place now. Never could accept the truth, different eyes, the same view. Birds of feather drifting weather, maybe we should get together soon. 'Cause I miss you. Is it early to be missing you? Is it too late to say just what I do? Am I too old to wonder why this ain't much? And is it obvious if I wrote a song? Would it be different if y'all sang along? Too young to wish for better days, all those questions like razor blades. So I'ma cut to the chase, I won't waste another second. Gonna celebrate these days, moments and my blessings. 'Cause life don't slow and you know you can't stand still. I daydream about those days, can't lie, pray for change. I'm not sorry, I am in a better place now. Never could accept the truth, different eyes, the same view. Birds of feather drifting weather, but maybe we get together soon. Good Lord, I miss you.
What a feel-good song. I like it, man. Eric Swanson here on Live Music Showcase. I mean, let's keep the good times rolling, man. What's the next one going to be called?
What do we have up next here, Ryan?
Medicine.
Sorry for my cracking here.
Medicine.
We're going to do, we have a new record coming out, hopefully, in the beginning of the year. We've been in the studio the last couple days. This is the first single off of it we've already released. It's called Medicine. We're going to try it out for you. Got a new guitar, old memories. Now I'm stuck here with all these melodies. Where I've been and where I ought to be. Reason you could tell me that a feeling can't hold on. Ship out on the ocean, just trying to find my way back home. I can stop this to reconnect with you. All I do is pray for a different point of view, something changed in you that made me wanna say, we need a new song we can sing to, one that satisfies my soul. Hits me like tequila, grounds me to the floor. Holds my hand when I get lonely, reminds me just to breathe. Holds me down, spins me around. All I really need is a long drive with the windows down, wind blowing with that music loud. Good vibes in my heart again. This is my medicine. Sunshine, bright blue sky, open road, red, red wine. This is it, Lord, found in my veins. This is my medicine. Is my medicine. A medicine, it turns into 1,000 little reels, making a movie that tells the story out my heart won't sit still. Gotta learn to love yourself while out there searching through this life. Know that it's okay to stumble, just be humble when you ride. Come for the closure, old friend of mine, and them to start doing just fine. One more mile, you got one soul. Right now it just needs this road. We need a new song we can sing to, one that satisfies my soul. Hits me like tequila, one that ground me to the floor. Holds my hand when I get lonely, reminds me just to breathe. Holds me down, spins me around, tells me all I really need is a long drive with the windows down, wind blowing with the music loud. Good vibes in my heart again. This is my medicine. Sunshine, bright blue sky, open road, a little red, red wine. This is it, Lord, I found in my prayers. This is my medicine. This is mine, this is mine. It's my medicine. This is mine. Song always goes out to anybody who's touched by music, or if music's ever been your medicine. It's my medicine. This is mine. It's my medicine.
Medicine. Eric Swanson here on Live Music Showcase. Hey, Mark.
Could I have this mic down a little bit? I love to hear myself talk, but and the boys will let you know that. Thank you.
Yeah, man. All right. So tell me a little bit about the new record. Tell me what it's been like recording it. Tell me a little bit about the process.
So it's funny that you mentioned the process because I've been playing with these guys quite some time now. Got Bosch and Ryan and Brian here with me today for those of you on the radio. And the concept of any record, you write these songs and they become a collection, right? And so I'd be in the studio and I record with a lot of different musicians, and we all have lots of different experiences. They all play solo and in other bands. But when we come together, there's something special that's made us all friends for a long time. So I spent probably a year spinning my wheels in the studio trying to use drummers and whatever was convenient to me at that time. And I finally looked at my wife and I said, I'm not going to do that. I said, I'm going to get my friends together and we're going to sit in a garage. Well, it's a very nice studio. But we're going to sit there and we're going to make the music we're supposed to make. Interesting part about it is I can write it. You know, Johnny Cash said it best. We don't write them. God gives them to us. So he gives me a song occasionally and I think I know how it goes. And then I get with the boys and Brian will be like, yeah, he'll text me like, yeah, that's weird. Like we should do this here. And, you know, Ryan is really great about keeping us on tempo and our BPMs, engaging one song to the next. And he has a very classic style that we've been playing together almost 15 years, Ryan and Brian and I, both a couple years now. At any rate, they all bring their own particular energy to it. And so I'm really excited for this group of songs because I think it's a good representation of what we do as humans, you know.
So instead of getting a bunch of like hired guns that aren't necessarily going to have a personal investment in it, they're just going to come in and play the tunes, play them well, but they're not going to dive in the way that friends and people that are close with you are going to really dive in and care about it.
That's accurate down to the point. I mean, these guys have been ride or die. I mean, we met at an open mic and just kind of vibed on each other, and we've been playing ever since. And obviously we drift apart as humans, and we, you know, always drift back together when it's supposed to be. We have a new single, one of the new singles on the record is called Oblivious, and it features some of the Washington, D.C. based band called Soja. Jacob Hemphill is on vocals, Helmut Escorcia from Puerto Rico on horns, Kenny Bongos on percussion. That track we built together kind of satellite style. So we've been rehearsing it in the studio, but it seems very foreign to me to take a song and then go, here, you guys learn this and love it and play it, you know. So there's only a handful of tracks that come together like that because of location, really.
Sure.
But I really love saying, hey, what do you want to do here? And they'll tell you after each take and before every take, I'll say, I believe in you guys. You guys, we're here. We're on the right side of the dirt. We've already won. So now let's put a track down.
I love it. That's so positive. I mean, the studio experience, especially when you get into the longer marathon sessions where, you know, everybody's sunshine and rainbows in hour 1 and 2, but you get into hour 9 and 10, and that coffee wore off about 3 hours ago, and everyone's a little bit more on edge. It's a lot harder to maintain that mentality. How do you maintain that mentality when you're in the throes of recording a project?
That's a great question because it's really individual. You know, children, you know, Brian's buying a home, he's gigging every day, and they still find time to put into this project. So when I do it, I just try to be the engine. I just try to keep going, like keep everybody on task and going. You know, at some point someone takes a nap and then so, but for me personally, being who I am in the project, I just try to keep it on the rails.
Sure.
And we've stopped songs. I'm like, look guys, I don't want what that was. I want, you know, even Ryan, he said, I don't remember, what'd you say yesterday? We finished a take of drums and I was like, how's that?
Pretty good for good enough.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, let's take it again. You know, so you run out of energy. And Brian is an amazing guitarist and an amazing lead in this, in many bands. But I can't always ask him to be on point for a solo at that second.
Yeah.
So sometimes in those writing sessions, I'll let him, we will let him take it home and just find it when it hits him,
Yeah, the magic of spontaneity often is preparation, ironically. And yeah, sometimes you can do something just totally on the fly, and sometimes you really need to sit with it and let it reduce. Yeah, marinate. That sounds better.
We've been playing together a long time, and it's funny. We played some of these tunes for a long time, and you never know a song. I don't care what music you play, whether it's gospel, country, whatever. You don't know a song till you sit down and record it. Then you're like, ew, what was I doing
You don't
there?
know if
Or
you really
what?
like your band
Or I'll
members
be
or
like,
not.
Bosh, what are you playing there? Like, or
It's like shining a flashlight in the attic.
Yeah.
You might have a light in that one spot where you're keeping all the boxes, but the second that you start shining, you go, oh, there's some cobwebs up in here. Maybe we need to clean those out a little bit.
It's the really important part to all of it is that you can't take yourself too seriously. And I'd say that to any musician, like take your craft seriously, but we get caught up where art becomes commerce, right? So talking about the new record, these guys are angels for dealing with me talking about it all the time. But there's art, there's DSPs, there's labels, there's all this stuff that has to come out. And art is so fun. That's where we all fell in love as friends. When it hits commerce, you have to stay collected enough and remember that the art is why you did it, right? So when it hits commerce, you really try to remember why you're doing it. And sometimes you'll find musicians, I work in the music business for my day job, 20 years later, they're asking themselves, I have to do this because it pays for the bills and my employees and whatever. But you always have to remember that art spot.
Sure. I mean, that'll keep you going in those hard times. That'll keep you moving forward when you maintain that perspective, I would imagine.
It's got to. It's all there is. And, I've been doing this since I was 13 years old and writing songs I never thought could bring income or this sort of relationships. And the people that come up to us at shows and say a song touched them a certain way, it's hard in practice too because you're hard on yourself. You're like, oh, this song sucks, and then you take it out. And Brian and I toured with Roots of Creation this last year, and we tried out a bunch of material and some songs that we didn't think were going to really hit the crowd. Strongly. And it was really cool. And so we come back home and refine them a little bit. So you never know exactly what's going to stick. So it's important as an artist, if you're listening, create it, put it out there in the world and see where it sticks. There might be someone waiting for it.
I love that. On that note, let's jump into another song. What's the next one called?
Yeah, if it's all right with you guys, we'll play one off the new record. It's Temporary Escapes. This is we recorded it yesterday, so this will be coming out here soon enough. But this is being debuted for the first time here.
All right, world premiere. We love those on Live Music Showcase.
Lights keep buzzing down the streets I roam. Every color a siren song, like it's calling me back home. Rooms are filled with their stories, the lifters and the left. Some fools will drown in their glory while they're living in the past. Through the cigarette smoke and lingering perfume, I ain't looking for trouble, only trying to get a better view of these blue skies in the back of my mind that I need to visit now and then. If you see me and I'm smiling, know my mind's on an island. Sometimes I've just got to pretend. And believe me when I say we all need space and some temporary escapes. These temporary escapes. You can get lost in these energies, finding their way. Forget about the deadlines, these bills and the phone. Why calling, have nothing to say. Still I've been thinking about you lately. Maybe we could get away. I know a place down in Key Largo we could go. So many reasons welcoming these new horizons, and I love you more than you know. Through cigarette smoke and lingering perfume, I ain't looking for trouble, only trying to get a better view of these blue skies in the back of my mind that I need to visit now and then. If you see me and I'm smiling, know my mind is on an island. Sometimes I just have to pretend, and believe me when I say we all need staying, and some temporary escape, some temporary escape. Yeah, all of these blue skies in my mind, think about it all the time. Blue skies in my mind.
Eric Swanson here on Live Music Showcase. We're coming up on the halfway point of the show, and the halfway point of the show is the AMA, the Ask Musicians Anything, the chance for you, the listener, and the viewer, if you're watching the live stream right now, to call in with any questions or comments that you might have for Eric, for me, for Live Music Showcase, for WMF, whatever you want. Just make it weird. We like them weird. We like them a little weird. 813-239-9663 is the number. Our board op, Charlie, will take your calls. He'll take your questions and comments. He'll send them over to me. And after the radio broadcast ends, in the live stream, we'll get to all of those questions and comments. They're always a little interesting.
The number one is going to be, it's pronounced Bosch.
Yeah, Bloosh. It's awesome. That's good stuff. Very good, very good.
Appreciate it.
All right, so call in with any questions or comments you might have. I'm looking forward to seeing how those shape up. So I want to talk about a competitor of ours. Oh, I guess maybe they're not quite a competitor, simply because they're doing so much better than we are at the live stream game, which is the Sugar Shack sessions. They're not live stream, but they're video content, they're audio content, their set design. They're from what I understand, they had their own like private chef that was making food for everyone. That's called craft services for those who are not in the industry. That looks like such a cool experience. And as a musician myself, I'd love to know how your experience was doing the Sugar Shack sessions.
Sheesh. How do you sum that up? In optics are everything in
Everything.
business and everything these days. You're not even sure what's real anymore. But one thing that is real is those human beings. And I think it also stands to the point that I made about putting something out there and seeing how it comes back to you. And with them, the Jameson, who's one of the founders of Sugar Shack, was running around on stages getting thrown off and, taking photos. And then it built to the back porch sessions, which looks like this set or whatever. It is not. It is not. It is a small, very small porch. Quaint is probably the word. On the back of a house. And when you see people hanging out, they're just in the driveway. It is exactly what it is. And the food, you're right, someone does cater it, but it started by someone just grilling and going, oh, that's cool. But as far as a musician, it's terrifying to be filmed for me as a human at any point. I don't know about these guys, but it's very tight quarters, lots of cameras. When we did the Soja, This Heart of Mine, there was 8 of them plus me, so there's 9 of us in 10 square feet. and I couldn't move one way or the other. So
wow.
and also you still have to convey the energy and
Right.
perform and whatever. And also there isn't a lot of playback because it's a natural setting and it's video.
Yeah.
So it's very challenging on the logistical side, but what comes out on the other side is really magical. And then they invited me down to do a solo session down there, and that was just a ton of fun. Nice hot day in Florida. And they have a stage at Reggae Rise Up Florida.
Mm-hmm.
It's very quaint as well, and they had us up there, and it was fun. But those guys are so hardworking, and they just been able to open Sugar Shack downtown, which is a bunch of shacks around a stage, which they've always kept it 100.
Yeah.
You know, they've always kept it 100, and hats off to you boys. I wouldn't call them competitors. They're in a lane of their own.
Yeah, truly.
When it comes to what they do on the music side of things,
Mm-hmm.
now it used to be they were asking people to come down there, and now, you know.
Now
Yeah,
people are
if you-
asking
yeah.
them, hey, can we come? Like,
As far as the sessions go, I will say that they're very particular about keeping the content in-house. So meaning where, okay, we film this, send it to Jose in Los Angeles to mix and put his, that's not what they do. Alex mixes most of the sets, and, you know, it's all very in-house. And I think they've always held that very tight to their chest, which is, as an artist, when you make something, you want to be a part of the end result, right?
right.
So I see it just the way everyone else sees it, you know, in color for the first time when it goes live. So
Well, and also it's one of the co-founders lived there until recently. This was his back porch.
Oh, wow.
That you'd go to the bathroom, and this was his bathroom that he lived in with his girlfriend. So
yeah.
Wow.
And when it rained, you'd go in and play on the couch.
Oh,
And the original sessions, they just put food out on the counter and everybody kind of snacked. And
sure.
again, it just speaks to the community, and I guess Florida in general. The music scene here, I've personally, spiritually, mentally flourished with the people around me here, up and down the coasts, and the fans we found around, and the musicians and artists like Sugar Shack, and even running into you, Ken. There's a lot of really talented people out there, and all the people helping here today. It really does take a village, and the optics are one thing, but behind the scenes, those guys are working hard, and so are the musicians that are doing it.
Definitely. Well, that's kind of my point. It's like you're here, and this is going to be kind of a meta moment in the conversation. But I mean, I fully recognize, again, as a musician, like how challenging it can be to give it your all in a studio setting versus like on stage in front of an audience where you can feed them energy and they feed it back to you, and you get that nice reciprocal flow, as we like to say. And the craziest thing about it is, like, right now we're talking on the radio, so there's thousands of people right now listening, hopefully, ideally, and they're still feeding that energy. It's just harder to detect when you can't see them right in front of you. So when you have all of those, like you were saying, logistical considerations, and they're like, just be yourself, but stay within this 3-foot box. Just be yourself, but don't turn your head quite so far to the right. Just be yourself, but make sure that you're not turning away from the microphone. Like, when you have all those things kind of stacking up, where do you go in your head to kind of ground yourself and get back to an authentic performance?
You have great questions, Ken.
Thank you. Thank you.
You really do.
Thank
and
you.
I appreciate it. I have to really say it's the people around me. When I'm lost in a moment, I'll look over or look back. I'll turn around on stage and see him smiling or going, I don't know. Or Brian and I, we spend a lot of time together. Not only, his wife, my wife, we hang out a lot. And so there's this piece in each of these guys. I look over, and if I see them in the moment, Bosch has a collection of super sexy shirts he wears. I'll look over and watch him rocking. And when I sometimes get overwhelmed, I let them ground me, because sometimes you can be bigger than you really are, right? You're like,
Sure.
Man, I'm going home after this. And it takes a lot. It takes to find that moment, even here in the ears, listening to a mix of a wonderful mix, by the way, and playing live and knowing you get one take at it. You just have to dig deep, and I close my eyes and kind of find that spot. We're all listening to the click and want it to be perfect, but in actuality, none of it is. But we spend hours and hours and hours and hours and days and weeks and months of our lives to not be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the definition of insanity?
I could sit. You and I could sit and talk for probably 3.5 hours over a fire and a guitar, passing it back and forth about that exact subject. But suffice to say, to the folks out there that aren't musicians, and you hear a really great musician and you think, man, they're perfect. They're just perfect. They hit every note. They're hitting every cue. They're perfectly on rhythm. I can't stop moving. It's exactly what it needs to be. Just know that musician hears 100 errors in their own performance. And the goal is not to be perfect, because that's unattainable. But the goal is to take those errors and make them so small that we're the only ones that can hear them. That we as musicians are the only ones that can hear them. And then we use those to make them even smaller in the next performance, hopefully, ideally.
You want it to be audibly solid, but I think I hope I've impressed upon the people I play with. I care more about making someone feel something, and hopefully it's not like garbage, you know what I mean? But the idea is that you strike a chord with them, and sometimes people don't want that. They want to go to a show and just dance.
Yeah.
I don't consider the music I make. I mean, you're welcome to dance at our shows, but the thing is like I think it's more thought provoking than maybe like get drunk and dance type vibe. But I think there's different strokes for different folks, you know. So I don't look for the perfection. I look for the emotion. And if I look over and someone's just in the moment and there's a flub, I welcome it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I mean, it makes it authentic, right? It lends itself to its authenticity. If you're just joining us, we are here in studio with Eric Swanson on Live Music Showcase. We are on WMNF 88.5. We're on WMNF.org, and we're live streaming from Facebook and YouTube. On YouTube, you can search WMNF Community Radio, and on Facebook, you can search WMNF's Live Music Showcase to jump in to the live stream. That's where the AMAs are going to happen at the end of the show. That's where you'll catch the entirety of the last song that the band plays today. And we are here every Friday at 2 p.m. after the news headlines. We hope you come back and listen to us every week. That'd be amazing. What's the next song you want to play?
We'll do another one off the Horizons EP, the title track called Horizons.
Cool.
I think it kind of speaks for itself, a little groovy little number.
Things, baby, up on the horizon. One of those days, and I sure hope you're vibing. We could roll, cause I'm a rider. My feet are firmly planted. Now let's get this party live. Good things, baby, up on the horizon. One of those days, and I sure hope you're vibing. We could roll, cause I'm a rider. My feet are firmly planted. Now let's get this party live. Gotta get this party live. Now you know the days when you're not feeling that pain, but I gotta go to work to afford the things you happen, and you wanna believe in something, but it don't get taken away. Like I'm gonna live through that same pain every day, and nobody beats a peaceful, baby, it's a system. Like part of me died and nobody even missed them. I wrote my name on every single wall, every single hall, never even got a single call. Somebody tell me all of these things that we're buying, good things on the horizon. Good things on the horizon. But you cannot let them bring you down. You cannot let them break your spirit when you feel it, no. You cannot let them break your heart. Life gets hard, I know. Everybody breaks down. It's okay if you're breaking down. It's okay if you're not okay. You know love is fighting. What is it, boy? I have a lion inside. Nobody is hero. You know love is fighting. What is it, boy? I have a lion inside. Nobody is hero. You know love is fighting. What is it, boy? I have a lion inside. Nobody is hero. Nobody broke. Like looking up from a valley down below. So much love and make your mind overload. Becomes a disease in you if you let it go. Becomes a disease in you if you let it go. And looking up from a valley down below. So much love and make your mind overload. Becomes a disease in you if you let it go. And realize that you may never have control. And I wrote my name on every single wall, every single heart, never even got a single car. Somebody tell me all of these things that we're buying, good things on the horizon. Good things on the horizon. But you cannot let them break you down. You cannot let them break your spirit when you feel it now. You cannot let them break your heart. Life gets harder and harder, I know. Everybody breaks down. It's okay if you're breaking down. It's okay if you can't understand. It's okay to not be okay. Go ahead, Brian. Have a lion inside, nobody hears it roar.
Eric Swanson here on Live Music Showcase. I like that one.
That's Brian Smith on the guitar right there, doing the Lord's work.
The guitar. Very good. Very, very nice. I mean, well, you know what? I could dive into the mechanics all day long. I'm a big music nerd. We're not going to do that. We're not going to force the audience at home to be like, what are they even talking about? Yeah, I know. You've been on the show before.
I was trying to think of how many times I was.
I was trying to remember, too, because you were on with Ashley Smith.
Correct.
You were on with Jariah, I think.
Yes.
Right? Was there a third?
Sunset Bridge back in, I think we did 2 of those. So
excuse me.
I think it's
Sunset
up to
Bridge.
4 or 5.
So
4 or 5. Yeah.
God.
You've been on the show since before I was on the show.
Correct.
Basically. Yeah,
that's true.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
So give Brian Smith his own show in here.
So do you like it more now
he basically
or
works
back
here.
then?
I think it's more dialed in now. I
Yeah.
like the lighting a lot more now. The ambiance is very nice.
Lisa over there on camera 3 is a big part of making sure making
Yay,
sure the lighting
Lisa.
looks good in here. I mean,
Crushing the game.
the whole camera crew makes sure that it looks really good, though. They really do. They're very, very good, and they're very dedicated, and we very much appreciate them. Thank you, guys. Yeah. So, okay. I have had a question on my mind kind of the whole time, like as soon as we booked this episode, really, because you would probably have a lot of insight into this, which is to say you've played on small stages, right? You've tell me what do you think the size of the smallest stage you've ever played on would be?
Oh, my couch next to my wife. I mean,
Sure, but I mean, with a sound guy, for example, like if there's an audio person.
maybe there's a little spot. Howie Spengler from Ballyhoo and I did this place. I think it's in Chicago called the Underground. It's just where a table goes. And they move it.
I know those kinds of stages well.
And there's
They're
only
like, where's
room
the
for
stage? That corner.
yeah, there's room for like 15 people, and this was
In the whole room.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Not to date myself.
And then, other end of the spectrum, what's the largest stage you've played on so far?
I sat in with Soja at Sweetwater Music Festival, which I think was about 50,000 people.
50,000 people.
But that's not my show. They did the hard work to get there. They
Still.
just let me soak up a little bit of the sunshine.
So this is a kind of a technical question a little bit, but so that's where I'm at. So I've been on the side of things where like the booking thing, like Brian knows I used to do booking, and you have to be careful putting a musician on a stage that's too big for them, i.e., and I'm not even talking about talent. I'm talking about logistics. Like they need to understand that their quarter-inch cables that they bring need to be long enough that they can actually walk all the way back and dial in their amp from where their pedal board is, like little things like that. So all of that to say, when you started making the transition from teeny tiny stages onto larger stages, what's something that you can remember being a thing that you maybe initially felt unprepared for, that you thought about, okay, I got to remember that for the next time?
Yeah, the use of space and what to do with your hands.
Use of space,
I'm
yeah.
a songwriter. I play guitar all the time. If I don't have this guitar, I'm like, my hands in the air, and I'm like, what do I do? The use of space for me, and I don't play those size stages, amps and festivals like that often. And when I do, it's just a glimpse of someone else's journey. But as far as it goes, the use of space, whether it's that 2-foot stage or a big stage like that. And there's lots of people out there in the world, artists, that you make a space feel like you're there with them. And Jack Johnson is one of those guys that I can quickly reference, that doesn't matter where he's at. You're now in his ethos and you slow down to his pace, and you know what I mean? So I think it's really the one thing that I learned quickly that I was terrible at is use of space. And I think learning how to use the space and how to be respectful of who you're on stage with.
Mm-hmm. I mean, when you're in that, restaurant gig or that hole in the wall gig, and you get kind of comfortable within those confinements, that giant stage can feel that much bigger, I would imagine.
Yeah, we build, as artists, you kind of build your own cage one way or another. Like even some of these people that have monster singles and get uber famous, they're now tied to that song for the rest of their life. And sometimes that's heavy. You wanted everyone to hear it, and now they want to hear it, and now you have to play it at every show. And I think there's different weights, and, that's why you have a good support system around you to help you carry it. But yeah, I think you set yourself up, you dress for the job you want, that whole thing. If you come in with pro gear and you play well and you're articulate, I think that's received on wherever you play.
Yeah, definitely. And there's nothing like an artist that can be on a giant stage like that and make you feel like you're still kind of sitting in a living room listening.
Those
to
are
them.
the successful ones, and in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm more of a, Tyler Childers. He takes a giant stage, puts all these props out there to make it look like his living room.
Mm-hmm.
He brings you into his ethos, and I think that that's something about whether it be this space or any space, and you'll see bands with backdrops and whatever, and that's the first thought of intention of designing a space that is yours.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, you go further with a lamp on your amp, and then further and further until you're JJ Gray and you've got 30 lamps out there and carpets and whatever it is.
Yeah, I think one of the more impressive performances I've seen in a long time, a few years ago, we were at Janus and we saw the Hives play, if you remember that band. Hate to say I told you so, that band. And I thought for sure there was going to be a video wall, I thought there was going to be a big stage production. There was a giant neon sign that said the Hives, and that was it. There was no video wall. There was standard lighting, stage production, but that meant that band, they had to carry that entire performance. And the most amazing thing in that to your, talking about bringing, the audience into their ethos is big. So they made that smaller Janus, quotations there, but smaller stage compared to an arena stage. They made that stage feel big. They made that room and everybody in it feel big. So like to say like the opposite of that, where it's like you can feel nice and cozy and comfortable, or you can feel like you're 30 feet tall.
Yeah, or you witness something really special. I think nowadays there's a line in the road, and not to go too deep into production. As a tour manager, I could go on and on for hours.
We have spreadsheets.
However, I think there's something about the optics and sensations that takes over kind of the art. And look, I just saw Lady Gaga. Shout out to the team, Brian Samuelson, and all those great production managers on that tour. But there's something to be said about shooting out of a cannon and fire shooting. That's a sensory thing, right?
Yeah.
So you're selling an experience. And again, I can't believe I'm going back to it, but where art meets commerce, right? Mm-hmm. So what are you selling? The entire experience. How do you sell 40,000 tickets? You create an experience, and that's how you have to do it, acoustic guitar on a stool. You're going to have a lot of people that want to see that.
Yeah.
But I think now there's a division in music where there's that music side and then the sensory side.
Totally.
And sensory costs money too, by the way.
Yeah. Lasers ain't cheap. All right. So if you're just joining us, this is Live Music Showcase. We are here in studio with Eric Swanson. Let's jump into some more music, man. We're coming up to the end of the show. I think we'll probably have enough time for 2, maybe 3. Are you good there? How do you feel?
Yeah, let's do it. I do want to take time to say that the Eric Swanson band is an anomaly it's more etched in the commerce side of things. But I have Bosch Feaster here, Ryan Chambly, and Brian Smith with me. And I have to say emphatically, this music is nothing without them. It's just one guy and a kind of idea. And I thank them for being here. And I realize I did most of the talking as per all of our
Oh, don't worry. I have a question
conversations.
coming up for them. Yeah. We'll Huck Finn's funeral this thing for sure.
Right. But I do want to thank you guys for being here too. And let's do Happy.
You're just listening. This is Live Music Showcase.
This song's called Happy. We just recorded it on the new record that'll be coming out in the beginning of next year. And this song's really about knowing that you're not alone out there, and the path we take to assure people that they're not, kind of. So check it out.
This is for the lost ones that cannot find their way. I am one of you and I'm fighting every day. Count your blessings and not your regrets. You won't find your worth searching round the internet. And I know what it's like to feel the stinging of those salty tears. You and I both know, unapologetically we will persevere. You are not alone. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so happy that you're here. If you're out there driving on a Friday listening to this music, just know you are seen. You're important. You are loved. I've had days where I didn't want to be here. Change the plan, 'cause you cannot live in all I feel. Redirect, got a tattoo on my arm. that it's okay to not be okay, but sometimes you gotta sound the alarm. And I know what it's like to feel the stinging of those salty tears. You and I both know unapologetically we will persevere. No, you are not alone. I'm so happy that you're here, yeah. I'm so happy that you're here. And I know what it's like to feel the stinging of those salty tears. You and I both know unapologetically we will persevere. No, you are not alone. I'm so happy that you're here, yeah. No, you are not alone. I'm so happy that you're here, yeah. No, you are not alone. I'm so happy that you're here, yeah. I'm so happy that you're here.
Live music showcase. Eric Swanson Band here in studio with us today. If you're just now listening, thank you for jumping in. The show is essentially very close to being over, but don't worry, you're going to get one more entire song in the live stream if you jump over right now on Facebook, on YouTube. On Facebook, it's WMNF's Live Music Showcase. On YouTube, it's WMNF Community Radio. Credit where credit is due. Our show takes an entire team of dedicated volunteers behind the scenes, making sure that it looks and sounds as good as it does. Our sound mixer, Mark Perfetti, audio assistant, Pam Robinson. Our video director is Ed Lehman. Our camera operators today are Lisa Reuter, Ike Parham, and Marcy Connors. Our board op is Charlie Cushing. I'm your host, Ken Apperson, and this has been Live Music Showcase featuring Eric Swanson Band. How you guys doing? You guys feeling good about the episode? I think it went pretty well.
Absolutely. This has been a lot of fun.
You guys sound great. They have, I found this, the list of shows that you sent to me. Eric Swanson Band, Flip Flop Republic, and Stony Banks. Thursday, December 11th at Sugar Shack downtown. Friday, December 12th, the official Elevators After Party at Bayboro Brewing. And Saturday, December 13th, Big Top Live down there in Sarasota.
Yeah.
And I'll post a link in the comments for where you can find tickets for that. I'm assuming they're on your website. Yeah?
Yep.
All right, perfect. This has been Live Music Showcase. Thanks so much for being here. Take us out with your last song.
Gotcha. This song's called Gasoline.
Reflection seen in the glow of my TV screen of a man that's on the brink of lost somehow like a king without a crown. Now he's tearing down very walls he built up, drifting away, longing for the day right this ship that's finally gonna show. Truth is we deal with love and loss the same, you see, trying to keep both hands on the wheel. Climb aboard, where we headed, hell I ain't sure. like it's full of gasoline. I won't say a word, I can't watch you burn. 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 Disney Sea, beating under stars that seal the fate of a million sailors out on the ocean. Bittersweet, gotta have days like those to have nights like these. When a look in her eye soothes your aching bone. The Lord knows it's all yours till you let go. See, the weight of the world ain't yours, never forget that. Truth is we deal with love and loss the same, you see, trying to keep both hands on the wheel. Climb aboard, where we headed, hell, I ain't so. Like a hurricane, I've been lost in all your goddamn pain. Slip out in a dream, like it's full of gasoline. I won't say a word, I can't watch you burn. I can't watch you burn. I can't watch you burn. No, no. I won't watch you burn. I won't watch you burn. I won't watch you burn. I won't watch you burn.
Gorgeous. Eric Swanson live here on Live Music Showcase. So that's it for the main show, but now we have a couple of AMAs. Just very quick, very brief.
Yeah.
The first one came through. This is from Andy in Seminole. Just simply says, enjoying the great tunes. Loving it.
Thanks, Andy.
Yeah, love that. And then Mailer Taylor, I don't know if you guys know him. He's a big fan of the show. He watches almost every episode, I think. Let's see. We have a couple of comments there. So first comment, he says, I love finding new bands from this show. And he asked, when is Live Music Showcase end of the year concert? Well, we don't have an end of the year concert per se. I may or may not have something in the works as far as a live Music Showcase live concert go. As far as that goes, you'll have to wait and see. We'll see how that goes. And then he also asked, what is something that venues you've played usually lack or could do better? Good sound engineer, artist green room, upfront communication about the show date. This is the question. He's what's something a venue you've played at could do better? You don't have to name any names, but if you have any.
All of the above.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Not all at once, but all of the above.
Right. Yeah.
Showers are always a good one. If you're out on the road,
On
you're
the
just
road?
like, you don't want to go to a Flying J or a truck stop. If you can help it. I mean, they're not bad, but going to a venue and getting a nice
Big ups,
shower.
Flying J.
Yeah, right.
I thought we were a Bucky's band.
Bring your shower shoes.
Bring your shower shoes.
I think
Yeah.
any venue, I think when you set out to have people to your home, you clean it, you cook for them, you give them pie, you put your best foot forward. I think day after day people get fatigued by that. But I think just make it welcoming. Like, know I'm on the road. Know I'm going to need a shower. I'm going to need some internet. I need a place to sit for 12 hours after sound check till the show. You know, just little things like that. Great
Laundry.
question. Yeah.
Well, shout out
to
to
do
Pops in
laundry.
Chicago
Good
because
call.
that was a bar we played in Chicago, and there was no green room or anything like that. But he
Oh,
treated
Mom's.
us so.
Mom's place. Yeah, Mom's
Mom's.
place on Dearborn in Chicago. Big ups.
Yeah. But we got back to our little RV, which was cramped, and there was sandwiches and gear, and I mean, he did the best with what he had, and that was, we felt loved.
That was
We
great.
felt welcomed.
I love that. All right, cool. And then finally, we just have some really nice comments. Let's see. Gwen says, great music to break up the workday. Thanks, Skip, for sharing. Someone named Skip shared it with her, I guess.
Good job, Skip.
Yeah, can't wait to see y'all live locally again. So there you go. That's awesome. So that's pretty much it. Thank you, Eric Swanson.
Thanks
band.
for having us out, Ken. I'm glad
Thank
we were
you,
able
Ken.
to
Thank
connect.
Yeah, we'll have you on anytime for sure.
Thanks,
It's
Bosch
great.
Feaster, man on the
Thank you.
bass, also Dub Collectors.
Woo!
Ooh, dub
All
collectors. Love those guys. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Ryan Chambly on the cajon today. He hates playing the cajon, everyone, so don't ask him. He prefers his drum
Do it for
kit.
Eric.
Yeah.
He has several other bands as well. The Easy Posse, biggest country band
Yeah.
that doesn't play that often.
Everybody had kids.
Yeah.
And Brian Smith on the guitar. I don't even know how many bands he's in.
He's in all the bands.
yeah.
That's the answer. Yeah,
Every
he's in-
band in this entire community, Brian Smith is in.
Mm-hmm.
This is his favorite. Yes, I have a gun held to him right now. But big ups to these guys, and thanks, Ken, and your great team. You guys
Absolutely.
had the door open for us when we came in.
Yeah,
That's-
man.
That's what I'm talking about.
We try to make you feel comfortable. That's for sure. Thanks so much for watching. And whether you're learning how to play the guitar, whether you're learning how to feel good on stage, or maybe you're just learning how to be comfortable in your own skin, go practice. We'll see you next week.